San Francisco 49ers. The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And they get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Purdy throwing here. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And they've got 1st down, giving a gain of 13 on that previous play.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play, put so much down into that defense, and that defensive coordinator too.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. Fights out for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And the Commanders get to it first.
This defense has sure decided that they're going to be the star of the show, at least here from the jump. One series in, they've delivered the first game-changing play, but I am talking about one thunderous collision.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt getting it for the first time. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And it is a 1st down Washington.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
All set now. 1st and 10. They're going to run again here with Krosky-Merritt. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
And not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he gets home. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Warren from 20 yards out. Jake Moody on for the PAT. Aim a little off that time, but it does get inside the right upright. And that's good for a 7-0 lead. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Samuel now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Samuel on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
'49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that's going to be good for a 49ers 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Purdy looking to throw. Going to let this one fly deep downfield. He's his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's second down.
That's a pretty cool look right there. The kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's second and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Well, that right there is more of what we expect from him, right, Brock? Didn't get to see that much a week ago. Really held in check by great defensive efforts.
But what was great to see in that is he was kept quiet. Everybody else made plenty of noise to ensure they could get the win. Now, a week later, I know these receivers and the good ones, they want their touches.
This is a heater going deep. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing fourth down. Man, a little would have done the job, but they threw for a lot there, Brock. Just couldn't make that deep shot work.
Kate, if you look at just about any pass play known to mankind, there's something called an alert. Right? Somebody that's going to clear something out for somebody else, and that was an alert, that was a shot, just didn't hit.
He can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now pitch it to Krosky-Merritt. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Daniels. He finds Diggs right side. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
From the gun, a run for Krosky-Merritt. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Back to the line they come, second down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. It's incomplete. Brings up third down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Here he goes, third and long. Gets this one away in the nick of time, but the defense still quick enough to alter that run. It's incomplete, and now it's fourth down. The Commanders ready for the punt. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. Fields this at the 19. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. Marshawn Lattimore up for the secondary for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now. They need 7. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. Across the 45 and still going. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. Still going past the 40, past the 20. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. That ties things at 7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Here comes Williams on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. Here's Prosky Merritt to open the drive. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yard to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground, you can throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Firing quickly out of line, Daniels. And giving him the first down, winds up with about 6 on that play before he was stopped.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. This will be caught once again by Diggs. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They've got first down here from the 36. One drawn up here for Daniels. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
QB runs could be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
On second down, Warren. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with 3rd and 11. Well, you taught me, Buck. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
3rd and long for him here. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner.
Daniels pass. Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. And that right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
That's Evans making the catch outright. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make this stop after a gain of about 17. And that is a San Francisco first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Now it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. That hit got there quickly.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
Nice effort on the hit to break up that throw. We've got 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not like the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Got a man. This is Evans. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he gets home. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. He's 2nd in the game, doubling his season total. Extra point try now from Pinheiro.
Lining up for the extra point.
Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
14. Commanders 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Here comes Williams on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. He's brought down to end that run back, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels now. And a good defensive play to knock that one out. So we've got 2nd down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. When defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable third.
He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. And they take him down at the 30. Nick Bosa. And that is the 4th for him this season.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
Daniels from the pistol. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be stopped with a good ways still to go. With defenders rallying to that completion. That forces 4th down.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, do it through training camp, do it in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force 4th downs just as they did.
And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through. It's for a touchback. Approaching the final minute here before halftime. Looking to throw, Purdy. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. Defense finally able to close on this after a gain of about 24. And it will be 1st down, 49ers.
And the 49ers, 1st down.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Purdy to throw it. Rushes right there as he releases it. And it goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
working on second down. Purdy. Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. Third down now after that incompletion.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He's not going to get away from this. They're all over him. They drop him at the 33. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Corliss Waitman out there again to punt this away. Back deep is Williams. Punt meets him at the 28. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. Throwing now, Daniels. Gets everything he has under this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. 2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion. Now Daniels to throw. That's a reception for Tyler Higbee. He's going to be taken down. Play goes for about 10 yards. And it's going to be first down Commanders.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Washington.
To throw, Daniels. Finds a seam down the middle. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. Daniels on 1st and 10. And he's now up to 7 of 12 throwing the football after that last completion. Sends this to the end zone. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be from 50. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. And the catch won't survive the contact this time. Incomplete. That was a tough ask, partner, making that play against double coverage. It's second down. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. They strike for 23 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First down, Washington.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. They pitch it to him. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
He's hauled down after just a couple of yards, but enough. Importantly enough, they get that first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule?
First down.
That was it.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Well, make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to be good for a 49ers first down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice gain.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
He's got it over the middle. And this is going to get them all the way to the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. Big hitter on first down. 31 yards. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Purdy throwing here on second. To the end zone, and this is going to be brought in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jake Hodges, his first career touchdown in the NFL. How about it? Pinheiro there to tack on the extra points. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Extra score, Niners 21, Commanders 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Daniels. And the coverage too much to battle through on this play. Multiple defenders there, a lot of contact at the catch. This one's incomplete.
It's second
down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Cross-Gumera gets it from the gun. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Diamondor Lenore there on the stop. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it can be super complex. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Has him on the quick hitter. Defense gets there after a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a Commanders first down.
They call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Quick throw, taken in by Diggs. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Second down give to Cross-Gumera. That play is going to be cut down after a gain of 2. And it is a first down Washington.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's into the end zone for the pick 6 for San Francisco. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now 21.
Niners 28, Commanders 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And he had everybody thinking 6 before they finally got to him and put an end to it.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys in Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can.
And he gets home. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, the second score that he has brought in this season. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that adds yet another to their lead.
35. Commanders 7.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. They give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Now run it out of the pistol. Krosky Merritt. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And it's going to be first down Commanders.
Yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. And stick with Krosky Merritt here. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Okay, you know what those runs are equivalent to me in basketball? Those are like made free throws, right? You want to assume you get to the free throw line, they go in. You want to assume when you hand the ball off, you get positive yards. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, it builds confidence.
And they'll start some work to do now on 3rd down as he only manages to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. So now here's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. That one complete to Diggs. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down. Daniels back to throw. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked by Marquise Siegel. And the 49ers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Daniels pass intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
1st and 10, offense going 3 tight ends to the left. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And the Commanders make the recovery.
Unfortunately, this is not the first time he's given one away, and old Tony Dungy just resonated in my head. No excuses, no explanations. I know that was a tremendously hard hit, but you've got to find a way to take care of the football offensively.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
And he runs it across. Touchdown.
Well, I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action. But they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
Rudy able to tack on that extra point. And the lead reduced a bit. It's now 21.
Commanders 14.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. A pitch to McCaffrey. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. As for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. And they'll pitch it out to him. Past midfield at the 45. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Okay, that play right there, that run is exactly why this team wanted this rookie on their roster. It is so hard to break away from the pack at the NFL level. This rookie is putting on a show.
That one splits the uprights. They pad their lead by 1. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting on the ground here, Krosky Merritt. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Defense showing blitz. Daniels. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And tackled just in time to prevent that 1st down. That brings up 4th and maybe a yard. And before the snap, the officials whistle that play dead. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Commanders trying to do some window dressing. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they're going to get this 1st down with ease, Brock. A pickup of about 8 as they convert on 4th down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. Trying to push deep downfield. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up. All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on 1st down. They go inside give to Krosky Merritt. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And this is
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Running once again with Krosky Merritt. And they're turned away on 3rd and short. Actually might have lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th.
brings up 4th down.
Here he goes, one final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So the 49ers take the win here such a close one the week before. Apparently